Hello, friends, and welcome back. I am the organizer advisor, Dr. Lisa Winfield, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, and remember, I'm just doing these updates daily. We won't do the whole process with daily updates, but this is just the scaffolding to help you stay focused and so that you can start to really incorporate and embrace the process. Hi, Julia. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so what do we have in store for today? Hi, Darcy. How are you? Today we are going to continue. If you were here yesterday, we're going to continue with our document organization. We're going to create this binder. This is my the emergency important document binder, and the reason I put it in this binder is that it goes in my home safe, and if you're using a document safe, make sure that your binder fits. But this has all my important documents in it in one place, so that in the case that I have to evacuate my home in a hurry, I live in Florida, we do have hurricanes here. If I have to evacuate my home, I can take this binder out of my safe, take it with me. It has all of my legal documents, my social security cards, birth certificates, car titles, everything I need in the case that I have to rebuild my life. But it's also a great way to create this dedicated space for you to house these important documents if you don't keep them in a safety deposit box and you store them at home, so that you have everything exactly where you can find it and access it. How many times have you been looking for a car title when you sell your vehicle, or you can't find your social security card, or we don't carry those in our wallets anymore, and or you can't find a birth certificate to register your child or grandchild for school, or to where's your passport? We want to keep all of these really important documents in a very safe space, but we want to have them organized and updated so that we have them in one dedicated space to be able to find them when we need them. That's the purpose or the intention. However, we're going to focus on another important document today, which is going to be our social security cards. Now, I have a video that I will post, but just in case you weren't here yesterday, we created this. We started with birth certificates, so check out that video. And what we do is we put them in an envelope, and then we put that envelope in a zip top bag. That's in the case that there is a fire and your safe isn't waterproof, or the fact that there might be flooding. At least your important documents are in. They are waterproof and protected from damage. So today we're going to work on social security cards. We did birth certificates yesterday, so we're going to work on social security cards today. Make sure that you're able to get your hands on your social security card, and make sure your name is up to date in the case that you have gotten married or divorced. You want to make sure you have your name on your social security card for tax reasons. Okay, so that's our toga for today for document organization. And just in case you're new and joining me, the first part of January, we're focusing on two components of my organizational system. One is restructuring the wardrobe by creating the rainbow closet. We're going to talk about that in a minute. The second thing that we're working on is our document organization, getting all of those important documents in order, get all of our we're filing the piles. We are going to create a filing system, but we're going to have a dedicated space for all of our documents. That way we can find what we need when we need them. If you didn't check out the grab and go binder, check that out. That's another great strategy for document organization. We've also organized our coupons because you know me, I'm focused on helping you improve your financial well-being, because that improves your physical and emotional well-being. Okay, so document organization, we're going to work on our social security cards today and get them in our important document binder for our home safe or safety deposit box, whichever you feel safest with. Our second component is our wardrobe organization. So today it's gather all your green clothes. So yes, we've done reds, pinks, oranges, yellows. Yesterday we did blues. Today we're doing greens. So get all of your green clothes and accessories. Go ahead and gather them. And then we're going to group them. So remember, my strategy is I group my short sleeve tops, then my long sleeve tops, then my jackets and blazers, then I do my skirts, pants, long dresses, and then winter coats or fall coats. So however that works for you, whatever system you design, you may want to do it by, neckline. Some people like the neckline better, but I just go by kind of the length of the garment. But as you group them, go ahead and then go through what's going to work, what's in good shape, what makes you look and feel fabulous. If it is not enhancing your life, it is creating chaos and clutter. So it's time to give yourself permission to release things that they're no longer enhancing your happiness. Once we surround ourselves with energy of enhancing our happiness, you're going to see real positive outcomes and your outlook will shift. So if it is worn beyond where it doesn't look, good anymore, if the color doesn't work for you, if the zipper needs to be repaired or the button is missing, whatever. Like, I'll be honest, when I put on my first green top this morning, there was a big stain right on the collar, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wear that. I'm gonna try and get the stain out. If I can't get the stain out it goes. So gather, group, go through, and then get rid of what does not work for you. You can donate or dispose of whatever works for you. But as we go through this process, we're going to have to give ourselves permission to release some things that no longer serve us. And you can start wearing your garments. I systematically wear them. So you can use the hanger trick where you put all the hangers facing forward, and then when you wear a garment, launder it, return it to the closet in ready to wear condition, but turn the hanger the other way. That way you've already worn it. You can go through systematically, start wearing your garments. Now here's another tip that I mentioned the other day, just in case you missed it. When I was a really busy mom, I worked full-time, I had 2 active children, I was running 2 small businesses on the side and working on my PhD. It was crazy. I woke up every day and I thought, how in the world am I going to get through this day? And so I learned all of these little tips and tricks to make my life a little easier. And so that I could be more present for my family. Because being a good mom was my priority. Everything else is a hobby. So I wanted to make sure I was mothering well first, and then being a good professional in my career field, and then the PhD was just kind of something I wanted to do. But what I learned was if I could color coordinate my family, for example, Mondays are red days, so reds, pinks, yellows, or oranges. If everybody in the family wore those clothes on those days, I could do that load of laundry that night, fold them, wash them, dry them, fold them, iron them, put them away. I'm done with that load. That way on the weekend, I didn't have 8 loads of laundry to do. I only had to do sheets on Sunday and towels. So that way I had my weekends were free for my family. So that's a tip for you. So if you want to wear reds or your pinks, oranges or yellows, whatever colors you want to cycle through, it will help reduce. My goal is to help you reclaim your life through being efficient in the way you manage your home caring routines and getting things organized so that you can recapture a lot of your personal time for you and your family. It is imperative to have your days off as reserved time for you and your family. Otherwise, you're just working all the time, and then you start to feel this diminishment of energy, which leads then into depression. So if I can help you be able to reclaim, recapture, and restore your time for yourself and your family, I feel like that's my service to you. Okay, so Green Day today. Gather all your green clothes and accessories, go ahead and group them, then go through them, and then get rid of, and then put them in your dedicated space. So we have reds, pinks, oranges, yellows, blues, and greens. So however you want to structure your rainbow closet, I wore rainbow today just so that I can re-emphasize the rainbow closet. Okay, document organization is going to be our Social Security cards. Our wardrobe restructuring, creating our rainbow closet, color of the day is green. Okay, so remember, we also are prioritizing our self-care. It's really important you take care of yourself. It's a form of self-love, and that makes you feel worthy, and then therefore you're going to set boundaries that are going to enhance your experience. Our personal care goal for today is hair care. Wednesdays are our hair care days. So I've made my little hair care treatment. There's a little oil that I mix up, and I have this little vase, and it's just so delicate. And the only thing I use this for is my little hair care oil. It's kind of like it's an uplifting, because when I use this, it feels very feminine and it just feels beautiful. So that's what I use it for. So find something to enhance your experience as you do your self-care rituals. Light candles, make it an experience. Embrace the joy of living through creating experiences that are uplifting to you. It can be daily. It can be just having a cup of tea and reading a magazine. Enhance the experience in any way you can to uplift your spirit. Okay? Now, while we're doing our deep hair conditioning, go ahead and gather all of your hair care items. And this is your little personal appliances too. We'll have a day when we do our thematic organizing, the second half of the month. We are going to organize our personal care items. But since we're focusing on hair for the first time today, we want to create our little hair care basket bin or box so that we have our hair care items. But go ahead and find all of your little personal care items that deal with your hair. I have a plethora of these, but we want to go ahead and clean these. And what I do is I just kind of wipe them down with a cloth with my Listerine spray. Don't spray the personal appliance, but you can just use a damp cloth with your Listerine spray, wipe it down. It's going to get all that gunk from your hair care products off of your appliance. But also you want to check the cord, especially when we're dealing with heat generating appliances. So I just take my rag and I kind of run down the cord, and I look to make sure there are no burns through the plastic coating. Make sure that the plug is nice and tight and that the prongs are nice and tight, because we do use these hair care products often and we want to make sure they're safe. So just check, and it's great if they have the little safety feature here. So while you're kind of doing your hair care today, while you're letting your conditioner soak in, go ahead and go through your hair care personal appliances, but then go through your hair care products too. You want to make sure that you are using those almost empties first so that you can reduce some of the clutter. Make sure that it's a product that you still use, and you may even want to do the smell test. Sometimes these products go rancid, so if it smells funky, don't use it on your hair. So time to go, and then if it's something that you are going to dispose of, make sure that you recycle the container. So go through your hair care products and make sure that it's still something that you're going to use, it's still good, and then focus on using the almost empties first so that you can start to reduce some of the product clutter that we have. Next, you want to go ahead and take your hair brushes, and remember how we cleaned our makeup brushes on Sunday. You might want to clean your hair brushes on Wednesdays when we do our hair. Now I use natural bristle brushes, and I'm going to actually brush my hair care oil through my hair. So fortunately, at almost 60, I don't have very much gray. I don't color my hair. I highlight it once in a while, but I'm very fortunate that my hair is still its natural color. So I hope that's from kind of taking care of my hair, but who knows. But go ahead and like clean your brushes so that you get all that gunky product off that's just going to make your hair look dull. And it's really not healthy for your hair to have old gunky product that's kind of, it almost looks like glue. And when you're using your hair care appliances or brushes, it just goops in your hair. The other thing you may want to look at is your little hair care little hair fasteners. Make sure that these are clean and don't have a lot of gump on them. You can use the Listerine spray, which is 1 part Listerine to 1 part water. It sterilizes, but it is also great at dissolving all of the hair product goop that gets on your hair fasteners, brushes, and hair care appliances. Okay, so let's just recap. Oh, wait. The rest of our little daily routines. Remember, we exercise for, start at wherever you are. If you're at 10 minutes, then it's 10 minutes. If you're at 15, 20, 25, or 30. I did yoga with Adrian. If you are joining that process, it was wonderful. A little hard today, but it wasn't terrible. So I can feel myself building strength, and I'm really enjoying the practice. And then I do another more intense workout afterwards. So I'm hoping by the time I get to 60, I'm going to be really fit and toned. That's my goal. Okay, so we also want to make sure that we're hydrating. Your favorite water-based beverage. Remember, check out your hydration calculator. You can go on camelback.com. They have a great one. You want to factor in your age, your weight, your activity level, and get a true analysis of how much water-based beverages you need in a day. The 8 glasses of 8 ounces may not apply to you. It certainly would put me in a 30-ounce a day deficit, which would lead to eventual dehydration, which diminishes your energy, your enthusiasm, your mental clarity, and when you're hydrated, you sleep better. So, also, if you take vitamins and supplements, you subscribe to that practice, make sure you put those on your list of things to do today. And then take time for stillness, meditation, prayer, whatever calms your body, brings your blood pressure down, gives you that recentering, refocusing. It's really important. There's so many studies on meditation or a quiet stillness practice and what it does for the chemical response in your body. It's so healthy for you. Who knew? Spend some time in nature if you get a chance today. There's also research based studies on how that connectedness with nature really improves your physical being. Your physical being just by being in nature. Okay, so that's it for today, friends. Thank you for joining me. Just to recap, for our document organization, we're going to keep building our important document binder with our Social Security cards today. We're also going to work on our wardrobe restructuring, creating our own rainbow closet so the color is green. And then we're also going to get all of our hair care items together, create our hair care beauty basket. Take some time. You may want to go ahead and condition your hair while you're meditating or praying or even exercising. And then make sure you take time to cultivate joy. Find something that you enjoy doing and spend some time doing that today, even if it's a small step. Oh, and just a little note. Yes, while I was doing my yoga this morning, I looked down at my feet and I saw my polished nails from the mani-pedi yesterday, and I was just like, oh, that makes me happy. It's those daily all those little uplift hits that we get by really being able to have these little happiness tokens in our life that really create and cultivate our joy. All right, I will post a video on the Social Security cards and some tips on that. But the video from yesterday on the wardrobe is already posted. I did blues and greens, so you have that. And then do your hair care. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. cultivate joy in your life, and I will see you tomorrow.